is Jacqui. I'm going to be your counselor for today. You're Leah,
Yeah.
right? Yes, okay. I just see your name today. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. It's always nice to see fresh faces. So I want to let you know that while you're in here in my office, I want to let you know that this is a very safe zone, safe environment where everything's confidential. Everything you disclose to me, it won't go outside this office, outside these walls.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to let you know, as part of my job, my responsibility to you, that if you do disclose anything to me that I feel may relate to you harming yourself or harming others, it is part of my role and responsibility to warn any other authority that I work with or anybody that might be a part of you possibly in that process. So just want to put it out there, keep it open and honest here.
All right. Thank you. So, yeah, I appreciate that.
Of course. So, what brought you in here today?
Well, it's kind of weird. I haven't really thought about it, ever, but I've never seen anyone about it before. My parents, so they're divorced. And just recently, I feel like it's been impacting me more than it had. It's happened, probably 15 years ago, they got divorced. And just recently, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I'm not quite sure why. They have a very odd relationship, but I just think that it affects the way that I can communicate with people. I feel like I don't really, my own conflicts, I feel like I handle them much differently now, or just in general because of it, but I've never had an opportunity to, find that out, and I don't know, I feel like this will be good for me, because a lot of the time I'll just not know how to really, especially with my parents, I don't really know how to, say what I'm thinking to them. They'll just kind of, especially, and more so my dad, he's very caring, and so I can obviously open up to him about certain things, but there are other things that just be, not awkward or anything, but we just don't talk about. So, I don't know. It was a long time ago. I don't know. I feel like I need to talk about it.
And while it's good you came here, you realize that if you acknowledge the fact that there's something that might be bothering you with this familiar family relationship you have between you and your parents, could you elaborate a little bit more about, I know you mentioned earlier they have a weird relationship.
Yeah, so they got divorced 15 years ago, about, I want to say. I was in 3rd grade. So it was a while ago now. And they've always had good communication. They never put me and my brother in an awkward position with that. They've always spoken to each other, and any issue that I've had, they've always come together to help me, it's not like anyone was absent or anything. My brother definitely had a harder time with it. I think he just understood more. He's older than me, so he just understood a lot more than I did at the time. But, so, maybe, 8 years ago? Not even. Let's see. Yeah, it was 5 years ago. My mom and dad started dating each other. And it was, so weird. We would go on vacations with each other again, and then it lasted, a summer, and they broke up, and then, the next year they were dating again, and then they broke up, and now they're definitely not together now. I just feel like now I think their communication with each other is worse than it ever was. Like, I think them getting back together, like, brought up some of the old issues that they couldn't get over. And, you know, it's like, it's very hard because, like, I know how much they love each other, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for some people. I know it now, so.
So based on what you're telling me, it
Yeah.
sounds to me that because of their experiences together, of being together and breaking up, um, you- um, what I'm trying to understand is that their relationship issues reflect how well you communicate with them and with other people in general. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah. More so with them. And it's on a daily basis if I'm dealing with people that either are doing something. I'm not afraid to speak my mind to people that often. Some people I am. I notice it's more with like my closer relationships, like my parents, my brother, my boyfriend, um, even my best friend. Like I could tell her some things, but it's more so like confronting issues. It's not like ideas or opinions. It's just if I have an issue with something, uh, depending on what it is, I guess like the way I go about it. I feel like is either really great or just really it doesn't happen ever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at.
So, just so I'm aware before I figure out what else is going on, it sounds to me that the core issue sounds as if you feel a little, not, I wouldn't say insecure, I would say uncertain or hesitant.
Yeah, definitely.
Because to express yourself towards the people you love the most for fear of disappointment or fear of possibly having a negative outcome with them, tarnishing their relationship with them, or feeling like if you say the wrong thing to them that it will just worsen the relationship.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I never really thought about it like that. But yeah. Yeah.
So maybe what we could work on a little bit as we continue to hopefully engage more, if you continue to see me, is kind of figure out the reasons, like what else could be underlining this manner where you have this trouble of communicating effectively with the people you love most. Because I do understand, that it can be pretty easy to just speak your mind to people you don't know, because chances are you might not even see those people again. Because as you know, life, people always come in and out all the time, and the ones that stick to you to most, you're pretty sure they'll be around for a long time. So I definitely can relate to that aspect, how those who are, your closest people, your loved ones, it's, they're always around, so you might have that fear or, uncertainty of, how do I say what I want to say, or how do I feel, and how do I express that the way it won't come off or rub them the wrong way. Almost sounding like maybe you want to try to please them. Is that something that's...
Not so much. I mean, I'm not so much concerned. I mean, yeah, obviously, like, yeah, I want to please my parents, for example. Like, I want to please them, but I don't get super upset if like my opinion's different from theirs. Like, it's more so if I have. It's more so when I have an issue with something that they said or did that I'll have a problem. I don't know how to go about saying it to them. More so my dad. And I guess it's a lot, maybe because I grew up with my mom in the house. But I mean, I see he lives like 10, 15 minutes away from me, so I get together with him regularly, like once a week at least. I always made time to see him. but it's just a different communication with my dad. So I don't know, and I don't know if I've always been like that. I'm not like, I don't have the greatest memory. So like, even thinking back to when the divorce happened, like, I remember it being sad, but that's about it. Like, I don't remember the process of it happening. I don't remember the process of my dad moving out. Like, I just don't. I remember him sleeping in the basement, like, for a couple weeks, and I thought that was weird, but, like, I knew why. Mm-hmm. Like, they never kept me in the dark about it. I just have a bad memory. But, so, I don't know.
And, yeah, it could be bad memory, it could be you may possibly that's why you may even think about it, so it's something that could be something you might be avoiding. You know, feelings that, you know, were you dealt with internally and suppressed for a while, that, you know, there might have been some triggers here and there recently that could have been making you reflect more about your parents' relationship and the, you know, communication between them, especially it sounds like with your father, that, you know, since the divorce, you haven't had a close knit tie with him as much as your mom. Mm-hmm. So it sounds to me that, you know, perhaps when we, you know, hopefully meet next time, we can kind of elaborate and kind of dig deeper into, you know, the reasons and how, you know, this lack of communication with your father may be impacting you now with, you know, you thinking about the divorce more and reflecting more about the relationship. So I know we're kind of running out of time, but I hope this is a nice little introduction for you, and I really am excited to work with you more if you definitely want to come back.
Yeah, I do. Actually, you know, I feel like you really, like, kind of hit the nail on the head with, you know, in the beginning, you kind of said it, like, in a way that I never really thought about it, so it's good to think about.
I'm very glad, you know, that's what I'm here for, always here for, you know, to help you and anyone else that wants to disclose their concerns, so, you know, it was very nice meeting you, Leah.
Nice to meet you, too.
Do that, I'll walk you out.
Thank you.
No problem.